So my peoples, just to give a little background, right? We're all born geniuses. Let's get that straight. We're trained out of that genius. I never truly believed in a lot of the things that a lot of people are coming to find out aren't true now. All right, now that's not a brag, that's just a little history about the way I think. In contemplating what about me made that so, because we're all human, so I'm not special. No matter what I do that can be perceived as special, I can only do what other humans can do. Now we see that all our children are born geniuses. The babies are geniuses. So I'm not even special in having had that intelligence at a young age. The only difference is I was able to hold on to it all through school. Most of us aren't able to do that. And that's because school is really just training you to operate in this non-natural system. Because you have to understand, we was born with natural instincts. We was born primed to live a natural life, primed to get out there and create by our own hands and our own means. And we have to be trained to have a hive mentality to where I work my life away so our lives are better. The difference is, in a natural state, a man would stake out his territory. He would utilize the resources of the planet to create a life for the family that he wants to create. And he would have probably started doing this, say, by age 11, 12. His intelligence would have been focusing on taking care of the necessities and making sure he's capable of taking care of those necessities. All right. And in the natural state of living, if he wants to feed his family fish, he just simply have to go out there and put in the work to get the fish. Because the fish is there in the water. Nobody owns the planet. Nobody owns the lake. Nobody owns the fish. You see what I'm saying? Nobody owns you. So nobody would be able to stop you from building for your family. So you go out, you get the fish, and then you go out, you get the firewood and the other things and all that. Now, I know y'all thinking to yourselves, oh, this is some old time stuff. Oh, you firewood, blase, blase. Flame and firewood was ancient technology that was free to everyone because the planet was free to everyone. Electricity is so-called modern technology, but it's still free. It just has to be created. You put in the work and you harvest it. Food is of this planet. Now, if you're going to go to the grocery store, then somebody had to put some hormones in a cow and chop it up and feed it and all that. But if you go out there into the planet, you get fresh and unmolested meat. They interjected the concept of money in between an already natural process to take our lives and our time and energy and, train us to not be able to see that it's a whole extra step that you have artificially inserted into our lives to get what we already had. You're not recreating matter, so it's not like you truly have created anything. The only thing you've done is, instead of me getting up manifest destiny, and go bring home enough meat to feed my family for the week. You know, maybe do a little repairs on the house that I built. And I didn't have to pay anyone for permission to build it. I didn't have to pay anyone to expect it. I had to do all that for myself. And then I would go out and I would fill that with food for myself. Water falls from the sky, flows across the ground, is free. And I would have to put in the work to get that water, and the work to get that food, and the work to get that shelter. But it would be mine. And as much work as I put in, equal amount of shelter. If I want to build another room, I build another room. I put in the work to build another room, I have another room. That's natural living. But now, when they injected the money into that process, now I have to get up, go work at the widget factory. You give me money. I have to build up a, score to where you score my worthiness on your little credit system. Build that up. I have to save up the tokens that you hand out for me to buy the land or buy the house that I could have just spent 6 months building my damn self. And now I'm $300,000 in imaginary man-made debt, working for corporations instead of my family, which is the original corporation, the only true corporation that matters to me, the last name and those who carry it. And if I could put forth my work on this planet to create a better world for them in whatever little piece of this planet I could carve out a little section of based on my work and not your acceptance and granted tokens, don't you think we would have a more luxurious life? Like I'm just saying, if we was to take the evolution of what we know of human culture and development, it don't go off the rails until we start adding money. And if you notice, a lot of human technology is just us utilizing the laws of nature, and we can visually see these laws in nature at any moment, such as we made planes, but we got the idea watching birds fly, something that's real. We made a boat, we saw ducks floating. All this stuff is within our natural environment, so the ideology of it has a footing in a natural, grounded state. Tell me where in all of nature, from the top to the bottom, we can go with the insects, we can go with the little single-celled organisms, all the way up to us and things greater than us. Where the fuck do you see an example of money? Where do animals trade their time and energy for leaves that they then go pay other animals a certain amount of leaves to get the apple that's on the tree? I mean, I really do think about this, and I really do try to prove myself wrong on this. Like maybe there was, some monkeys out here trading bananas or something, but it's not happening. So I can't find any examples of it. And as I look at money's overall effect on the populace and the freedoms that was lost by its interjection into your life, how are you homeless on your planet? Home is earth. That's all we have. How are you homeless? Are you homeless because even though no human created a single piece of dirt on this bitch, you have to pay for a piece of it? Are you homeless and hungry because even though we didn't create the apples, they grow out of the ground, and if we didn't stop them from growing, because that's what we do, make sure all the trees is male, cut down the females, you can't get the free-flowing food that this planet produces of its own accord. And we can't have none of that because we got to go get that money, get your credit score up. Okay, Pepsi needs some workers. Ford Motors needs some workers. You can't afford Ford. Well, go on your Datsun and, you know what I'm saying? On your lunch break, we'll give you a Pepsi. Your whole life has been taken away from you. Your whole freedom to be has been taken away by one step being interjected in between your natural living state. Why should you have to pay for food, water, clothing, any of that? You should have to work for it, but you shouldn't have to pay for it. That's a difference. You don't have only clothes because you're too lazy to put something together. Then you can say that. But you can't say that these people are too lazy to fall in line with whatever you say so that they can get a token, so that they can get a meal. Ain't no freedom in that. It's only multiple choice. You either choose to do what I say, you choose to do what they say, or you choose to just fucking not be able to eat out the trash cans. Imagine if birds were born and had to report for duty, It's crazy. And it's funny how we as humans are supposed to be the apex species, yet individually we are the bitches of the animal kingdom. We spend our day working. Bees have better days than us. And if you don't like me, or if you don't feel like I sound good to you, or if you feel like my shirt has too many stripes, then you don't hire me, so now I can't eat. How is that possible? I'm stronger than you, faster than you. I might be able to choke out a bear, but if I could, that's me. But you won't let me. No, I can't do that. I can't live to the fullest potential of me as a Homo sapien. I have to become your employee or figure out some grand scheme to get as much pieces of paper or digital bits as I can so that I can afford to live the life that was free and is still free to everything else but us. It's free to the monkey. It's free to the bird. It's free to the rat. Are y'all really satisfied with watching dumb animals enjoy their existence while your existence get pimped out for what? Who's the richest people? I wonder, could the richest people build a house? Probably not. Fucking soft ankles. All the people with the strong ankles, Marines, plumbers, construction workers, making everything happen for the fucking world, but yet they struggle in the world that they built. While men, women, elites, whatever the fuck, with absolutely no value on a natural scale, like technically these are the ones we would have to put in the middle of the herd so that we could protect them. They would be like around our kids, a little slow and kind of, barely know what's going on, while the rest of us that's actually building this world would be leading the steps. But we build the world, and all we do is get told what's going to happen in our life next. Who's the leader of we the people? Is there some union called We the People where we all, come together and let them know we don't want to do this type of shit? We don't want income taxes. We don't want to be taxed. Get your hands out our pockets. Any of that? No. None of that? Nah. For the fucking most intelligent species on the planet, we some dumb fucks. Man, I'll be in the motherfucking mountains right now, living by hand and mouth, if it wasn't for the fact that they gonna pay one of you motherfuckers to come out there with your gun and tell me I'm not allowed to live in America as an American unless I'm paying. So get off of this motherfucking mountain, because we own this mountain. Who's we? The government. Who the fuck is the government? That's not even a person. If the government's a person, that motherfucker's immortal. He been alive a long fucking time. He, she, I don't know what it is, but that motherfucker been alive a long fucking time. To be just owning all this shit. If you can't occupy it, how can you hold it? Now that y'all done paid for a piece of the planet, even though I don't know who the hell you bought it from for you to have paid for it or even require me to pay for it, since, like, one of y'all named Volcano? No? Damn. That's who I thought made the land. When I was in school, Volcano made the land. As far as I know, Volcano's still out there making land. So Volcano's somewhere making shit happen, and he ain't charged me a goddamn thing. So why the fuck are you? Birds get to eat for free. Everything on this planet, bacteria eat for free. I ain't better than a fucking virus. I don't get to enjoy my own goddamn planet more than a virus get to enjoy my planet? Streptococcitis is running around this bitch and living it up, popping bottles, and we gotta go to work for who? All these animals is free, and I'm sitting up here being told to sit still. I thought we was humans. Why that bird got more freedom than me? I know. Thought this was a miracle. Goddamn roaches got more freedom than me. You ain't charging the roaches shit. You ain't charging the damn birds nothing to set up no nest. You ain't running up on the birds talking about, hey, this is our tree. 5 nuts a night. Like, none of that shit. Everything else. Where's did you charge the fish a fishing license to swim? No? See what I'm saying? But I gotta pay for every goddamn thing. You're right. Humans are the smartest on the planet. And they had to go to school to get that smart. You release them into the wild and they won't be able to survive because they that smart. Yeah, it's called training. It ain't called education. Well, you call it education, then you gotta understand what education is. Training. You've been trained. And once you've been trained, you can't survive on your own. Are you proud that if right now some shit happened, you wouldn't know how to get a cup of water? Unless you found a store that wasn't rated or anything, or a hose that was still on. Are you proud of that? And you do realize that all water that you run across, you can't drink, which means you wouldn't be able to find a drinkable cup of water, even if you could find water. You don't know if you're gonna die if you drink that shit, because you don't know the difference. Can you turn that water into drinkable water? No, you're fucking useless. Unless we got a daycare center to take care of you. Unless there's a grocery store that's gonna provide you with the life's essentials. But yeah, go ahead and add up them tokens for Massa, but you can't fucking survive if Massa don't pay you. Damn shame. Alright, I'm done. I know. I probably lost y'all a long time ago anyway. But it just had to be said. How the fuck did we get it?